3.
So I just wanted to run you over the reasoning why I bought these Watson dumbbells. Yes, it's a bit of a wait to get them, but it is very much worth the wait. And I just want to quickly run through a few reasons why I got them. They've been mentioned in other people's videos as well, but I just wanted to touch on it from my personal point of view. So they, from Watson Gym Equipment in the UK, they custom logo your ends so it looks nice and professional. So one of the major things for me is that I'm in quite a small studio, and for me to get any more dumbbells is not really going to happen because I don't have the room for them. So the great thing about these is you can get the end magnets, which you can place on the ends. I've got 2 sets so that they can go up in 1.5 kilo increments. So a 5 kilo dumbbell could now be 6.5 kilos, and you put another one on each side and it can go up to 8 kilos. Okay, then the next jump up would be 10 kilos, so they're going up in 1.5 kilo increments. The other reason why I loved the Watson dumbbell was the handles, 2-inch in diameter. Majority of the people I train are either rugby union or league players or American football players. If you think about any of the movements and characteristics of that sport, a lot of the time they're grabbing a lot of thick or you know, they might be going in for a tackle and they're not just really grabbing onto like a thin leg or an object. They've got to grab quite a significant amount of flesh in their arm, around their hand if they're making a tackle, or in an O-line in American football coming out of their stance and they've got to throw their punch, or they're doing a drive block and they've got to hold on to something, the opposition's jersey or something like that. It's not really holding on to a thin object. They've got to allow for that grip strength so that they can dominate their opposition. The other thing is they rotate. Okay. Now I didn't believe this until I tried the dumbbells for the first time, but when you do any type of exercise with them, they are a hell of a lot lighter and less aggressive on the joints than your typical dumbbells. The dumbbells pivot around themselves, so when you do something like a dumbbell bench press or a row or some type of movement like that, they rotate around themselves, so the stress placed on the joints like the wrist and the elbow are less because they have that ability to pivot on themselves, as opposed to your wrist having to adjust to the weight. Another thing that is a massive advantage of this, and this was mentioned in a video by Ben Pack, the bodybuilder, is that the weights, when you get to the heavier weights, if you could just come over here and have a look at the heavier weights, you can see that they're not as wide or as big as some of the, excuse me Max, sorry, the tough gym dog. They're not as big or as wide as some of the other brands, and what that does is, and this was mentioned in Ben's video, is it brings the weight closer to the area that's holding the force. Okay, so there's less stress for you to have to stabilize on your wrist or your elbow when you're trying to do some type of press. There's less force out wider, it's more compact, and it's closer to your center of mass. Obviously, they're extremely heavy duty, okay, and they come with a lifetime guarantee, so you can't really pass up on that. So that's my sort of reasoning behind getting the Watson dumbbells. I was very much wanting to get this set up as soon as possible, and I did go through the thought process of getting some form of other brand of dumbbell, like I looked into the Hammer Strength ones and other brands, just because I could get them sooner. I'm very much glad I didn't, and I waited, and I was nice and patient. It's not my biggest asset, being patient, but I'm glad I waited for the dumbbells, because they are the best in the world, like a lot of people are saying. and extremely grateful for the work that the Watson guys do on their equipment. Cheers.